Hello folks, my name is Steve Gilworth, Hammered Hide Leather. This is my first attempt at starting a YouTube channel. Never done it before, as you will very quickly see. If you'll bear with me, I think we might be able to get a channel going here that's a lot of fun. Everything that we make, I make at Hammered Hide is all made in the United States. We don't outsource. We don't buy products from other countries and then sell them. I make everything right here in Gilbert, Arizona, formerly of Las Vegas, but now here in Arizona. And what you see that we make, if it's not already a commission item, it's going to be for sale. Most people don't ever have a chance anymore to actually have something that's handmade. And even fewer people have an opportunity to see that handmade item on a video, some kind of a record of it being made. It's almost to the point now where you very seldom see handmade products anywhere. People come up to me frequently and talk about how leatherwork is a lost art, and I don't agree with that. I know that it's not as out there maybe as it used to be 100 years ago, but it's still around. There's still a lot of folks having a good time doing it, and there's a lot more room for a lot more people. The products that we're doing here are all, like I said, made from materials in the United States. And Tandy Leather is available almost everywhere in the United States. Online, you can go to a place I use all the time, Springfield Leather in Springfield, Missouri. But you can go on Amazon. But what we're going to do here is we're going to show you that you don't need to go out and spend a lot of money to do leather work. You don't need to. There's a very famous artist up here in Cave Creek, Arizona, and he's been around forever and made a very, very good living for himself. And he prides himself in using two tools, a modeling spoon and a knife, and that's it. So you don't really need a lot of tools. I would suggest that you don't go out and get a lot of tools. Take a little time to learn with something, get to the point where you're used to it, and see if you like it. I can tell you right now that my hammer, I mean, I've got a lot of mallets and hammers, but this little guy right here, that's one of my first ones, and that's what I use. And this is about as inexpensive as you can get in a hammer. There's a lot. I have several over here that are up there in $60, $80, and I don't use them. So I would say hold off on the tool buying when we do projects, and we're going to start off with some very basic products and then get up into some of the more complicated projects you can do, whether it be seats or wallets or tooled items. But the very first projects we're doing take very few tools. I would say at this point that what we're starting with is going to be more basic, and for some of you guys out there that are a little more advanced or very much more advanced, this part might be a little bit below what you're looking for. But I feel like we need to bring up some of the younger folks that are out there living on computers or whatever, and bring them into the craft, start them out a little bit slower, and then believe me, we'll get up into some of the other stuff. I've made my living pretty much on biker stuff. That's why I was on Counting Cars. That's History Channel. We were doing cars or bikes for Counting Cars show, but before that had been doing stuff for Pawn Stars. And so I've made a pretty good living in leather off of biker things, and as you can see, you know, any guy doing biker stuff is going to do a million skulls. But you know, we do seats. A lot of these things we'll do on the channel if that's what you want to see. Holsters, dog collars. I don't even know how many wallets we'll end up doing. This is a little wallet I sell all the time. I love it. This is one I designed for myself. It's very simple, but it's an awesome little wallet. Clutches for the gals, sign of the times, masks. These may not be surgical masks. They're not. I make these and then we put a little HEPA filter in them. But you wear one of these bad boys into a store somewhere, and let me tell you what. You don't need to worry about social distancing. People will stay 6 feet away from you with that on. We'll go to get into bags. Some of these bags are very nice Very simple to make. That right there is a day, 1 day project. And you can put I haven't quite made a shoulder strap for it yet, but you can put it on your belt. Get into making some of the nicer bags. And by the way, none of these are stitched on a sewing machine. I have a sewing machine that I use, but this is all hand stitched. So this is 2 needles and some thread. This is the same, this I did on the sewing machine, a little bag for my wife, you know, if we'll get into that if people want to see how to use a sewing machine. So there's a lot of things that we can do, a lot of things we can have a lot of fun at. I don't think there's anything I can think of that's more fun than sitting down and making something with your hands. For a present, for yourself. I do stained glass. I'm a woodworker. I was a cabinet maker by trade. It's just an enjoyment I can't describe. If nothing else, let's say you have a stressful day going. I can sit down there at that tool bench right there at that shop, that my tooling station. All of the cares of the day go. So I hope you are all staying healthy out there, staying safe, trying to stay sane. That's what I'm trying to do. And we will see you next time.